guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's very, very important when you're dealing with narcissistic people, and that's being careful when it comes to narcissist men and women with children, especially when they're trying to make you believe that this child is yours and it's really not your child, and they know it's not your child. Or, women preying on single men or men that don't have children, and they're giving them that, damsel in distress type of thing going on. And, it might seem like you just found your soulmate, but then now, this person's leaving you with the children. They're claiming they're at work, but they're not at work. They're going out with their friends all the time and leaving you with a kid, and these are not your children. And this woman is very narcissistic, very always acting like they don't know what's going on, right? Always acting innocent, acting like you're over exaggerating, and then they keep brainwashing you into believing that, you're a family, or you guys are coming together as a family, and it's all about unity and things like that. And, you'll have even narcissist men that, they take care of their kids, and then you're thinking to yourself, there's this narcissist man, he has kids. He doesn't come off as a narcissist. He comes off as a single father that, they've been doing everything by themselves, and they're so independent, and they take care of their child, and, they do their child's hair. And it's like, wow, if you're such a great catch, like, what's going on? Oh, the mother left the child, or she ran off and she ran away, so she doesn't talk to her. No, she still talks to her. But they're not telling you they're playing games. They're telling this person they have to pay them in order to see their kid. They're being abusive verbally, mentally, psychologically. They're not telling you that, this woman took care of that man, and he could have even had other children before her, and he messed up, he psychologically messed up that person, or maybe that person left him, right? That person left him, and he didn't have the right funds. So he met you, and, next thing you know, you have children with this person. This person becomes abusive. The other mother, she's requesting child support now. You're getting upset at her. You're angry with her because he's instilling this hate into you. They're giving you all of these fake stories about their ex. And, next thing you know, they're taking you down that rabbit hole, messing you up psychologically, controlling you, scaring your children, scaring everyone in the house. You're like in the house of horrors. And, some people become so numb and drive themselves into insanity trying to figure the narcissist out that they're forced to leave. They feel like they need to run away. They're scared. It's like they're in the house of horrors and they're trying to run out the house. They're like, I love my kids, but I know if I take the kids with me, he'll hurt me. He won't hurt the kids, but he'll hurt me for sure. And they're being psychologically abusive to their children, or they might act the opposite because now they feel like, I'm going to put you on, I'm going to get a child support check from you. I'm going, there's this deep hatred towards that woman, and there's this hate, there's this hate where they're like, I hate women. And, if I wouldn't have done this to you, you would have done it to me anyway. So they don't care about the abuse. And it gets to the point where the only reason they even put themselves in that situation is because they know they have other children or other people that are looking for them. So they felt like you were going to do to them what other women have done to him. And you don't even know this person. They're like on the run. They're on the run. They're going from woman to woman to woman to woman. And it's not because they love none of these women. It's for protection. They're using women as shields. And with female narcissists as well, it's just easier for me to express it from what I see from my point of view as a woman. But even with narcissist women, I've seen it too, where I'm like, you'll see a man taking care of kids that aren't his, and you can tell he's a good man, and you're like, wow, this woman doesn't appreciate him. Like, it's like you just can't. It's almost like unbelievable in a sense, because men are also fighting that war that we're all fighting, right? Men and women, we're all fighting the same war with these type of narcissist people. But you do have to be more careful when you're dealing with someone that has kids and they're not your kids, and also with your children as well, because the narcissist is, they're plotting. A lot of narcissists, especially in the times that we're living in, where a lot of agendas are being pushed out, narcissists are sitting here playing games. I'm waiting till the kids turn 18. I'm going to be love bombing my wife until the kids turn 18, because I don't believe in marriage anymore. That's something that I used to believe in, but I don't believe in that no more. These are the times that we're living in, and this is why I wanted to have this uncomfortable conversation, but it's the reality, and men and women have to pay attention to these things, because there's just too much information for you not to see it. I've seen, and this is stuff that I've lived. I've seen it. I see people still doing it, because there's this agenda being pushed out of having, poly relationships and having multiple partners and things like that, and everyone knowing about each other. And, it comes with a lot. It looks good the way people try to advertise these things, but it's really not the reality of the world that we're living in, because trust is something that can literally be broken, right away within seconds. So everyone that, every person you come across, you have to be careful that they are who they say they are, because there's men that have multiple children with multiple people, and you might only know about 2, 3, 4 different, women that have children by this person. And for some reason, because I see this happen a lot, where women keep thinking that men are going to change for them, and vice versa. And that's not the reality, especially when you look at celebrities and they're doing all of this stuff, right? They're going from woman to woman, man to man. But these people have money. Most regular people that are dealing with narcissists don't have that type of money, to have multiple children. This is why I wanted to talk about this, because people are playing games. Narcissists are playing mind games. Everyone's playing mind games. And then you're putting yourself in a position where your kids are going to question how you even ended up in this situation. And then they're going to be afraid of going through that same cycle. So if you know that you're dealing with a narcissist and they have multiple children, and chances are, if they are a narcissist and they're a liar, chances are they have more children than what they're saying. And they're on the run. They don't want to, they might have social media and things like that, but they might also be secretive, or they might also not have social media, or, when they post things, or they might not have a proper picture on their profile, because they have to make sure they know who their friends are. So they might not have a picture that's clear of them. But then if you're friends with them, you can see their pictures, and that's because they're hiding. They probably know there's other people looking for them. A lot of times you'll see that narcissists, they like to try to create their own businesses. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but they try to do this, and a lot of low-grade narcissists fail because of their inability to stay in character. Because with every single person that they get with, it's a new character. And it's a new character because most low-grade narcissists are not honest. They are liars. They're not honest about their sexuality. They're not honest about who they are. And a lot of times they don't even realize that they're hurting themselves. Most low-grade narcissists, triangulate everyone that they're with, and they lie. There's no loyalty in them, and really they're hurting themselves with every person that they get with, because they're lying to themselves about who they are based on, maybe the narcissist feels like their finances need to be better, but they're still hurting themselves. You have to think about it like this. Say a narcissist that you're dealing with has 3 children, and this person is telling you that they're a good dad, or they have pictures of this person, and they have pictures of their kids, but they don't really spend time with their kids like that. But they do go to birthday parties and things like that. And this person they're either have their own business, or this narcissist is working under the table, money under the table, right? You might not know that they're getting money under the table. You might not even be aware of it at all, because they have a really good way of convincing people, because of their personality and how they have this, egocentric thing about them, where they can convince people to give them a job. So, there's a chance that this person can be getting paid under the table, and the next thing you know, one of their spouses or multiple spouses start trying to put them on child support. Say, when these kids are all little, a couple years apart, or even the same age, the narcissist is running. They're running from these people. They're going from house to house, messing with different people. Running from their past, running from their children, running from everything they know. So they get with different people. They can't they can't reveal who they really are all the way. And, they can never give all of themselves to anyone, because they're filled with lies, and they're tortured, and they're living like a nightmare. And, they know people are looking for them. People are thinking about them. They know they've done a lot of wrong things to people. And here they are smiling in your face and acting like everything is okay, trying to act like they're going to make it out of this hell. But yet they're running from people, running from their children, when they could easily just have a good relationship with everyone, have some type of empathy, and ask for forgiveness, like really ask for forgiveness, be authentic about their feelings, about who they are and how they think, and, and tell these women that, that they appreciate them, and that, they're sorry that they can't feel anything, that I know that that's what they want to hear. But, they don't want to do anything to make their situation better. That's what I'm trying to come across as telling you guys, because they don't want to give the satisfaction to any of these women that they are sorry because they're not. They don't care if they can, if by doing this is going to put them in a better situation, because their need to make people angry and upset and make them believe that they're happy that greed is more powerful than being able to live, a neutral life, so they have no self-control. And because of this, when they get with someone else and these people are looking for them and they're trying to get child support, eventually, as the years go by and they see that this narcissist is hopping from one supply to another, people think to themselves, you know what, your dad's not around, they have children with another woman, or they're living with a woman that has children and they don't even take care of their own children. And you're like wondering what the hell is going on with this person. They might have a criminal record. They know they can't keep a job. They don't believe in themselves. Their self-esteem is low. The narcissists, they're not happy. And they're blaming it on everyone. And they're thinking, oh, they're looking for me. They're looking for me. And eventually, people stop looking for them. They're like, this person's useless. They're not going to change. I try to at least it gets to the point where people are like, okay, well, it's been 2-3 years, or 2 years, a year, 6 months, a year. The narcissist hasn't came to see their child. I give up. You don't even have to give me any money. Just have a relationship with them. And by then, the narcissist is a whole nother character with someone else. So by you trying to make them go back to them, it's weird. To them, they feel like there's no connection between you or the child, but they know that you're like a distant memory. So they move on to someone else thinking you're just jealous of this new person. You're just jealous because now they have a new family, and they're still checking in on you. And the next thing you know, the narcissist wants to come around. They want to pick up your kid. And you're like, why do they want to pick up the kid? Just because they're in a relationship, now they want to pick up the kid? That's weird. All of a sudden they want to play daddy. Okay, I'll let you because my kid really wants it. And it's damaging to the children because they don't understand. The parent doesn't even understand. They're like, this is weird. Maybe they don't feel good when they're broke. They have money now and they have a partner. Maybe that's, you try to be understanding. You try to think to yourself, like, maybe that's what it is. So you let them, you let them go and spend time, and they start problems. The narcissist starts drama, unnecessary drama. Then they're trying to keep, they want your child around their new supply, but then they don't want the new supply to know who you are. And it's like, I don't want my kid being around someone I don't know, and they start problems and they start an argument to stop seeing their own child. So now you're out the picture. They're with that person. They're taking care of that person's child or their own child. And now they're telling that person, see, that's why I don't deal with them. They're full of it. And that's their scenario right there. And then they start doing that same stuff to that person. And that person, that new person starts threatening to leave them. They get abusive. They lose control. They come to you and they tell you, oh, that person, I want to be with you. I've been thinking about you ever since, our daughter came over here or our son came over here. That's all I've been thinking about, and you're thinking, is this person really serious? They're going to leave the person they're with for me? Well, I was with them initially. They did take them away from me, not knowing that person's like fed up with the narcissist. You might take them back or not, and the whole time the narcissist doesn't care who chooses them. They don't care which one of the supplies chooses them because they're looking for other supply already. While everyone's fighting, crying, confused, they're already looking for someone else. And then what they're going to do is they'll get someone else pregnant and they'll say, see, I got someone else pregnant. Now you two can be quiet and leave me alone. And everyone's confused. So, you don't hear from this person. Some women end up begging the narcissist to come back. They leave that new woman while she's pregnant, come back with you. The cycle continues, and you know what it's about? While all that stuff's going on, you know what's really going on? The narcissist isn't paying anyone any money. The narcissist is in and out of jobs, in and out of hustles. They're not even focused on the things that the businesses that they have. They're so busy trying to convince people to overstep their boundaries and desensitize them because of their own addictions. But then it's like they can't even, sustain a relationship with you, and then they want to bring other people, and there's no trust, there's no loyalty. The narcissist wants to pretend like they're a celebrity, like they're one of these rich people. And let's be honest, a lot of these narcissists that, you guys are messing with are low grade narcissists. So you're dealing with someone who thinks like they're in this movie, yet the movie always has a bad ending because they keep doing the same things, the same patterns over and over again. So to me, it's really disgusting when narcissists have multiple kids and they can't even take care of, their children at all. So that's what makes it, to me, even more disgusting. That's the type of person, these type of narcissists that don't keep it real and are honest with you about what they're about, who they are, their life, their past, how other people view them. This is why they try to separate their children, or separate the mothers of their children, or sometimes they bring everyone together. And it's only because they're messing with some type of supply that is telling them to do it. So when they get their kids together, it's not because they came up with that idea. There's a woman behind that. There's a woman behind that. So, I wanted to get on here and tell you guys this because this same cycle that keeps happening over and over again, it's happening now. It's happening now more than ever. You know why? Because celebrities and people are advertising open relationships. They're advertising, their lifestyle. But if you're broke, that lifestyle is impossible. If you're broke, you can't live that lifestyle, man or woman, because then both of you guys will be looking silly and everyone will be looking like they're on a TV show, on a soap opera. And this isn't a soap opera. When you know someone's bad or someone's not honest, it's not like you're in an open relationship. You know these women, they know you. You guys have mutual understandings. It's about, businesses, and everyone has a job. Everyone has a duty. Everyone's trying to figure out who is good at doing one thing, who's good at doing something else. This person's smart with this person's smart with that. There's no one's making themselves useful in this situation, and everyone around the narcissist, all these women, all these children are being wounded, and that's what's happening. I believe if you don't have something, you can't miss it. That's what I believe in. But if you want to keep having someone in and out of your life and your children's life, then you know what that damage will do. So if you're dealing with a narcissist that does not have the funds, they're not honest, they're not loyal, they're not dependable, they're not helping you grow, they're jealous of you, they're trying to break you down. If you know this person's negative, they're not the one for you. And this is why a lot of mothers, when their kids act out and they have narcissistic children, narcissistic men, and they act out, They know it's a product of themselves and them and their choices. And that's why it doesn't matter how bad the narcissist is, their mother is right there by their side. Their dad's a narcissist, too. But the mother is going to be the one to get the hell for doing what she did. Women, you women are going to get hell for it, because these men are out here passing laws and trying to influence the way men and women think, when a lot of times there's not a father in the home, or if there is a father in the home, they're not guiding them to do the right things. They're lying, they're stealing from the family, they're cheating, they're taking their secrets to the grave, they're dying early, and they're angry because they can't be themselves, but they're not honest with anyone. They're not honest with themselves. And there's going to be, of course, a lot of men that say, well, women deserve it. They deserve because they should have known better. But women are dumbed down from a young age. We're taught to just sexualize ourselves. By the time women realize that society is constantly changing, that there's always going to be someone younger, and the same curse is happening over and over and over again, it's too late. And that's why, you know, some narcissists, they don't value life at all. Some narcissists will sit there and tell you to have an abortion, like it doesn't mean anything to them. And they'll have another woman have the baby, and they just made you had an abortion because they had someone else pregnant. They didn't care. So these type of things happen every day, and we are aware of that. But we have to, like I said, protect ourselves, protect our children. And, a lot of times, these narcissists, men and women, they're hanging on to their mothers. And, we as empaths are calling these women narcissistic women and things like that, because we're seeing how they don't say anything to the narcissist. A lot of times they don't say anything because they know they made the wrong choice of who they had kids with, and they feel guilty, and everyone is already beating them down. They've been beaten down the whole time. Why did you get pregnant by them? Ask their dad. People around them not respecting them, and then they feel like they don't have anything but their son or their daughter. So it's a cycle that continues. And I think that the best thing that people could do with children and having kids and things like that is just to make sure that everyone is happy and everyone is healthy, no matter if you're with this person or not. Everything has to remain healthy, even if you're not living together, even if you're not married. The relationship has to be good. You have to feel like you can depend on this person, even if they're away. You have to feel like you can trust this person. You have to feel like they can call on you. So, that's my message, for today with anyone listening to this, because this is a cycle that continues, and you think to yourself, oh, I'm in love, or you feel like, you think you know everything, or, it's not going to happen to you, or you found someone that you're in an open relationship with, and you're young, and it's, we're having fun, and we're open, and we have these open conversations. And a lot of narcissists, there's narcissists that have these open conversations as well. And they make these agreements with you where you're thinking to yourself, okay, we're in an open relationship, and they make all these rules for you because they're like happy that they found someone that's, they feel like, oh, I could be truthful with. And you think to yourself, oh, this person is being truthful with me. And the whole time they've skipped so many levels. You can't just get with someone and just, oh, this is what's going to happen. You have to see with that person's actions. You have to, it's a process. It's a process, but it can't just be, this is what it is, when you don't even know this person. Like, you're not going to desensitize yourself and limit yourself to things that, you don't even know this person if you can trust them, So with a lot of narcissists, especially the low grade ones that most people end up with, there's no future with those type of men. Like, things aren't going to get better for them, because they don't want to make amends with their past. You get me? And what the narcissist also doesn't understand is that a lot of times things about them, their secrets, they're on the down low, things about them that most people don't know, but they don't admit it to you. Then you cross all these boundaries and do all these things that you would never do, and you get in this relationship, and then the narcissist, everything that you agreed on, they start doing things behind your back. They start overstepping boundaries. They start doing things that they said they wouldn't do. So you can't just jump into those type of open relationships like that if there's no trust. There's no trust, you don't have anything. So, I'm sending you guys lots of love. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to book with me, I'll be leaving my booking information in the description box. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace as always. Love you guys. Bye.